to this class. We are dealing with lettering today. We want to look into an aspect called lettering. And what is lettering? Lettering is a form of writing in engineering. Here is a concept here, please. In engineering, the way we denote or we note or perhaps we identify things is by what? Using lettering. For instance, my lecturer or my teacher perhaps gave me to draw a problem on my sheet this way. Now, if I submit that sheet for him, how will he know that I am the owner of that drawing? He will know if I write my name, write my class, right? And also write some of my informations on it. Now, here's a concept. I cannot write anything on my technical drawing or in terms of technical drawing without using lettering. That's where we're going. Lettering is a form of writing in engineering. Yes. Now, what are the concepts behind lettering? As the case may be, the one I used here, I use the thickness of one 1 millimeter. I mean 10 millimeter, which is equivalent to 1 centimeter. Your lecturer might give you 20 millimeter, which is equivalent to 2 centimeter, right? So if the case may be, the one I used here is 10 millimeter. But if you are not given any thickness to be used, you use 10 millimeter, which is equivalent to 1 centimeter. That's the concept, please. Next up, the idea here is that let's start and let's see how to write in technical engineering, technical drawing. We're going to be looking on alpha and numeric. This is alpha, right? A, B, C, they are alpha. Why numeric are numbers? So we're going to see how to write alphabet and numbers in engineering. Let's stop. The first thing to do is take your T-square this way, draw a thick line. Right, that's the first task. You draw a thick line this way. That's the first thing you do. After successfully drawing this thick line, you take your set square. I mean this set square this way. Right? Take it down this way. Right? I have this. Next up, come to the other side here. Take it down this way. I have this. The next task to do here is to I said our thickness now is is 10 millimeter. So I'll measure 10 millimeter, which is the same thing as 1 centimeter, right? So I do that this way. I take it from here to here is 1, right? Also, I take the half of that dimension. I have this. Next up, I will use my T-square to draw a horizontal line this way. As you can see, take it this way. Make sure the baseline here is thickened. I taken this, right? Next up, the next line here should be faint. The middle line here, the middle point here should be faint. Draw a faint line. So I have this. So as you can see what I'm having at this point here, you can see my A is not touching the main thick line here. Perhaps it's touching some hidden faint line, right? So let's now establish that faint line. As the case may be, please, your lecturer might give you, or your teacher perhaps can give you the dimension. But if you're not given, simply take it this way. From here to here is 1, right? So therefore, I take 0, 1, 2, 2 this way, then another 2 this way. I take it 2, 2. 2 here, can you see? 2 this way. So those points I've indicated. I will take my T square this way and draw a faint line, right? I draw a faint line from this point this way, faint line, and move up to this point this way, and other faint line. So I have this, as you can see in front of you. The next thing now to do is what? Start writing out my alphabet. I have A this way. Now please, whatever you are writing, make sure they are evenly distributed. What do I mean by that? I mean that their distance, the space between them must be equal, right? So I can just take my meter rule this way. From here to here, it should be 1. So at this point, I write my B. B, this point. At B, I move to what? I move again. 1 centimeter, right? I write my C. As you can see, next up, I move under 1. I write my D, this point. I write my D. So as you can see, the distance between them are equal. So that's the concept about what? Distributing them evenly, right? I have what? E, right? I have F, right? I have G. Is that to write G? I have H. And see, I have I. I have J. I have K this way. I have L, right? So similarly, what I did upper here, I will repeat it down this way, right? So the next thing to do here, just measure what? 1 centimeter, right? Or perhaps 10 millimeter at this point. Simply take what? The middle part. I have it this way. Next up, I take it this way. I draw the baseline to the thick line, right? Next up, the middle line, the middle point here should be what? Faint line, right? After having done this, you take your meter rule again. Simply measure what? 2 millimeter. So this is 0, 1, 2. Have it here. 0, 1, 2. I have it here, right? So at those points, I will take it this way, right? And I'll take it this way. So I have this. Similarly, JKL, right? M, M, N. I see that. Next up, N, right? Next one, O. Next up, P. Next, Q, R, S, right? T, U, right? U, V, right? W, right? Then X. So I will repeat the same step again by what? Measuring 1 centimeter. This, right? So I have X, V, W, X, then what? Y, and what? And Z. So here is how to write uppercase. We call this uppercase, capital letter. Yes, we call this capital letter. So this is how to write uppercase in engineering. I mean capital letter. In our next video, we'll do uppercase. But before that, let's look how to write numbers in lettering. How to write numbers in lettering. Let's still follow the same pattern here. Let's measure 1, right? And what here is 1. Automatically the middle portion here. So therefore, I will take this baseline here. I will thicken it. This line, thicken this line. So next up, the middle part here should be in a faint line. Yes. So similarly, I will take my meter rule on that same measurement. I will measure what? 2. So this is 0, 1, 2, 2 meter. 2 millimeter. 0, 1, 2, 2 millimeter. I have this. So next up, at each point, I will draw horizontal line. Faint, please. Make sure the line are faint. Draw that one this way. Faint line, please. I have this. So, how do you write numbers? Here's the concept here. Take it this way. Here's my 1. Here's my 2. So this is my 2. Right? Here's my 3. Right? Here's my 4. Here's my 5. Here's my 6. Here's my 7. Right? Here's my 8. Here's my 9. And here's my 10. So, and it's continuous. So this is how to write numbers in what? In lettering. So here's it. What the concept here is what? This is what? Uppercase, right? This uppercase. So lettering uppercase. So you have this. Let's take an example. As you can see at the right corner of the screen. The example says what? Life is not easy, right? Life is not easy. So now let's do that. Simply take your t-square this way. Let's establish, draw a thick line here, right? So life is not easy. So I take it this way. Life. So here is how to write using lettering. So if you found this video helpful, kindly click on the subscribe button and like. Thank you. Welcome to Wise Link Academy.